Good day, folks, and welcome to review number 26. Today we're going to conclude our look at Wave 1 of the Transformers Prime Cyberverse Legion class figures by taking a closer look at Cliffjumper. Cliffjumper again comes packaged on a standard Cyberverse Legion size card. The left side of the card features artwork of the Transformers Prime Autobots. The back of the card features images of the toy in robot and vehicle mode, along with a short bio paragraph. There is a Autobot Alliance logo on the right-hand side, along with artwork from Transformers Prime along the bottom. Cliffjumper's tech specs can be found on the right-hand side of the packaging. So here's Cliffjumper's robot mode, and this guy is impressive. The actual look of him, he doesn't quite have all the Cliffjumper features to him, especially around the waist area, but just the articulation on this figure. He has ball-jointed shoulders, ball-jointed elbows, ball-jointed hips. He's got knees. He's got ball-jointed ankles. This is outside of a third-party figure. For a figure this size, he's got probably some of the most articulation points I've seen on a figure this size. Like I said, outside of a third party. They knocked this one out of the park. About the only complaint I can make with this robot mode is a problem here with the hips. The way the legs are formed here, there's a little lip here that ends up hitting and limits his leg movement. I think this can probably be corrected pretty easily by sanding or filing that down, but that's probably about the only issue I've got with his articulation. Face sculpt wise, they did a decent job. I think his face might be a little bit long here, and of course, being the small size it is, without having to violate some toy laws, they had to make these horns a little chunky. But the face, I think they got pretty good. The panel lines in his face, the eyes. Again, the only thing is, I think they made his face just a little too long. But other than that, the face sculpt looks pretty good. So here's a comparison of where this line began as far as Wave 1 is concerned. We have Figure 1 from Wave 1 versus the final figure of Wave 1. There is just a world of difference here. You've got one figure that's stiff with just 4 joints in him, and then you've got another figure that's just as articulate as many of the deluxe class size. So I hope this is a good sign. I hope this trend from here to here continues, and I hope we see some nice figures like Cliffjumper again in the future. Cliffjumper's weapon is a sword. Basically, it's another blade, just like Ratchet's, which kind of brings up a point that I've noticed. I believe that to save money on this line, they have been recycling weapons. If you noticed, RC had Bumblebee's twin cannons. Cliffjumper here has Ratchet's blade. So really, there's only 2 Autobot weapons out, but with the articulation he has here, I think a sword is kind of a neat weapon for Cliffjumper. Cliffjumper's transformation impresses me just as much as the robot mode does. Now, this is not your typical push in the arms and fold in the legs transformation carried over from older Legends class figures. Oh no. His arms flip and fold, his torso folds, his legs and feet pivot and fold. In other words, this is a great transformation. I would put this on par with some Scout and even Deluxe class figures. Just as with the robot mode, Hasbro hit a home run with Cliffjumper. So here we have Cliffjumper's vehicle mode, and of course he is his red muscle car. And again, this vehicle came out very nicely. They've got a good amount of paint apps on here. We've got the grille painted, the horns, windows are all painted, the back bumpers painted. You've also got the little stripe down the center painted, as if it was a T-top. But yeah, vehicle looks real nice. And again, you've got the ports on here for attaching the weapons while in vehicle mode. So you can use Cliffjumper's weapon, or you can attach some other weapons here too. And you know, again, you can get the little gummy pegs from these guns into the peg holes. You can have a well-armed Cliffjumper here. Legion Class Cliffjumper marks a step forward for Hasbro when it comes to making smaller toys. We've seen third-party companies such as Perfect Effect do great things with small figures. It's great to see that Hasbro may be taking a hint from the success Perfect Effect has had and spending more time on their Legion class engineering. I know we can't get every Legion figure to live up to the bar Cliffjumper has set, but at least the bar has been raised. Let's hope Hasbro continues to try to clear that bar and give us some great little figures.